Hey everyone, Nick from Mossy Creek with this week's fly fishing forecast. Today is Monday, February 20th. We're continuing the spring weather. Weather for the rest of this week, even into next week, looks like we're going to be kind of in the same trend. So looking good for all of us anglers. Thursday, it's like a high of 77. So if you can get out, enjoy that spring weather. We got the warm temperatures. It's going to be a little bit gusty, a little breezy, so keep that in mind depending on where you're fishing. Some days we're looking at like 15 to 20 mile an hour winds, but temperatures look awesome. Little shots of rain, doesn't look like anything too big on the horizon. Saturday looks like it's going to cool down a little bit to like a high of 39, maybe some chance of some snow or mixed stuff, but that's really still the only winter weather kind of in the future. So we'll just kind of keep taking advantage of this spring-like temperatures that we can. Let's talk a little bit more about kind of how you can do that. Mountain streams got a great shot of rain last week. They're pretty full. A lot of them are going to be plenty fishable, but expect, higher flows. So be careful as you're wading around. Maybe grab your split shot and some heavier nymphs. But with these warm temps and, spring coming in hot, we're going to still maybe see some dry fly action. So, right now, before we get too many of our big hatches, if you're going to fish on the surface, a big attractor that floats a nymph or something, is a great option. It's not full on dry fly season yet. I wouldn't necessarily just take out, one dry fly and blind fish it unless you've been getting some hits on maybe a dropper. And some of those really full runs after all this rain, don't be afraid to use an indicator. Get your nymph really deep just to make sure that you're covering that water level. Brian talked about it a little bit last week, but we're in February. Usually by the end of February, beginning of March, depending on the year, we'll start to see some of our first hatches. Usually we see them a little bit sooner on kind of our east slope streams. Some quill gordons, some small blue duns. Those are usually our first couple ones coming off. So if we keep this warm weather up, we might see those earlier than normal. So if you got time, get out, enjoy that brook trout fishing, full streams, warm temperatures. It should be a fun time. Spring creeks are in good shape too. They took a good bit of rain over the last few days and are actually running pretty off color, which has been really fun for the streamer fishermen. Mossy's, maybe 1 to 2 feet of viz, but like that beautiful stained color that we love to see when we're streamer fishing. So big articulated stuff, heavy sculpins that'll get down on the bottom, or like big jig nymphs that you can fish on the bottom are really effective. Spring run, Beaver Creek, South River, a lot of our other streams have also been fishing really well. Kind of on that note of stuff down here in the valley, a lot of our streams got stocked over the last week or so. Earlier last week they stocked, they stocked Dry River, South River, the Bullpasture, North River Gorge got stocked, Spring Run got stocked. So a lot of those stocked streams are in really good shape. Take advantage of all the options that we have right now. Bigger rivers like the Shenandoah are pretty full. I think Linwood gauge was still flowing at like 2,700 this morning. And so, expect musky fishing, bass fishing, might need a little more time for some of that water to recede and some of the color to clear up. So keep an eye on that. The Jackson River, another thing to note, I looked at the gauge this morning, it's still flowing at like 5,000 CFS, so they're releasing a ton of water out of the dam right now. So keep an eye on that before you head out there to wade, because that changes things a little bit. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. Spring's coming soon. We've got some fun events that I wanted to put in front of you. March 9th, we'll have F3T, so we'll have the film tour showing downtown at Court Square Theater. Tickets are on sale now on the online store. They're $20. That is limited, so get on that, make sure you've got a seat. And then coming up, 20th anniversary for us. We're real excited to hang out with you guys. We're going to have a big open house blowout and a celebration of that. That is going to be on April 15th. We're going to have a lot of vendors here. We're going to have good food. We're going to have speakers, all kinds of stuff. So we're excited to celebrate with you. Put those on your calendar. This is an exciting time of year. We got all kinds of new product coming in. All the new Orvis packs, a lot of our pre-seasons from Orvis and Sims and Squala and Reddington and Sage and everything showing up. So we got all kinds of new product, restocks on some other stuff we've been having a hard time getting. So give us a call, come in and see it. There's a lot of fun stuff to mess with. Like I said, we're really looking forward to everything coming. If you got questions about anything, need help hitting a new stream, want to look at new product, just let us know. As always, we're happy to help, and we'll see you next week.